and welcome back. And I guess it is almost night, so I should probably sleep. So the recipe, oh, I can just do 3 gravel to get a flint. Oh. But yeah, I can definitely sieve gravel and get a flint through a flint stiffened mesh. So that's what we are going to do. I cannot oh, because I changed my key binding. What up? This is Gocleau from Flatironix Gaming, coming to you from episode 3 of the basically vanilla Gocleau mod pack. We've done some changes between episode 2 and now. I went ahead and added a path and a wall, just a bit more structure here. We've got 8 of the 9 iron meshes. I'm going to go ahead and grab this 9th one, put it all together. Got some items here already gathered for the episode. Once again, I can hit M to pull up my crafting table and my armor. And there is my final iron stiffened mesh. So I now have got a full array of iron, a full array of flint, and of string. Also, while off camera, it rained, so we've got some water in these buckets here. That's pretty helpful. On the agenda for the day today, we're going to hopefully get some new tools and some new weapons. So the wooden barrels are great for water, and you can actually place blocks in here like a piece of dust. Let me go ahead and grab one and show you what I'm talking about here. So if I place this dust into this barrel with the water, it turns into clay. This also works with lava. If I open up my JEI here, I can hit U on my stone barrel and see with the fluid on top I can create obsidian or a cobblestone. Fluid transformation, which is to say I would put the stone barrel right on top of mycelium and put water in it, it will eventually turn into witch water. It might actually be that the mycelium needs to be surrounding the barrel. I haven't actually played with that too much yet. It will also do the clay and dust with water, and will compost into dirt as well. So the main thing is just that we can make obsidian out of it, which ends up allowing us to get to the nether, so that's fancy. Also within this episode, I think I would like to make a cobblestone generator and maybe just have it output into a chest, something super simple. So to start, we're going to head over to an area where I have made a little gravel quarry, and my intention here is for me to be able to go right from this dust area up 3 blocks to world, or 3 stacks rather, to world limit. So if I were to do 3 whole stacks, just one right on top of another like I've done, I can fit 3 stacks completely in there, and that just makes it easier. easier to count and keep track of what I'm doing and what I have done and what I need to do still. So on top of a gravel pit, I also did make a stone quarry. And there are currently 2 entrances, and I have one of them marked out on my map, so I've got a waypoint, which makes it much easier to navigate. Series of doors, just in case I come across zombies, and it's basically just these little 3x3 rooms. A whole network of them. Exits out again. Usually when I do mines like this, I'm way up in the extreme hills biome, so I'm at Y level, like 90 something. So to be all the way down at 60 is kind of cool. Kind of a new thing for me. I won't have to do as much going down. I can go out and then down. So as you can see, it's just a whole long series of these small rooms. Here's another set right here. So I can open up the map and show you. It's just a whole bunch of them. Eventually I would like to do potentially maybe this entire area and go down a little bit more, and then from there I can start to knock out the walls between them and make this into a giant complex or my base or something like that. I'm not entirely sure yet where this is going to end up. So let's just head back on out. Make sure that I close all the doors behind me. It's a bad habit of mine to open up doors and then just keep on walking. I do that way too much. So I mentioned that I would like to get started by making some new weapons and tools. I was playing around in a different world and discovered these battle axes, which are amazing. It turns out that the wooden battle axe, which is made with sticks, there's 2 sticks and then logs. It has to be logs, and I think it is 3 on each side, maybe 2 on each side and 3 sticks. There we go. So this will do more damage than an iron sword. This guy does 9 damage. An iron, not an iron sword. What am I talking about? A diamond sword. That's the one. Diamond sword ends up doing 7 attack damage. So while it is slow coming back up, it does do a fair amount of damage. And from what I could tell, you can do another attack rather quickly after the first swing. It just doesn't seem to do as much damage as the first attack did. So we're going to go ahead and carry that around and keep that as our weapon for the time being. I'm just going to grab these thistles and come plant them over here. I decided to make a change within my mod pack. I removed all of those flowers that were causing some bugs, and instead I added an archaeology mod, although the thistles are from rustic. Real quick. So those will grow up. They have some alchemical things and whatnot, uses that I can go over when they grow. Anyway, I also added the archaeology mod, which is where the other tool is going to come in. I'm going to need some cobblestone for this. And if I open up my book, I've already got it in here. It's the archaeology hammer. And this hammer will break blocks just like normal, but it has a chance of outputting different items. So I'm just going to go around here and bring some of this dirt. It also, unfortunately, has a chance of dropping absolutely nothing, which is a little bit awkward. There we go. So I got used bubblegum, which is really kind of disgusting, but that's okay. So used bubblegum, what uses does this have? Quite a few, actually, it turns out. We can use the used bubblegum to make slime balls, leather, ink sacs, gunpowder, glowstone dust, feathers, and ender pearls. Ultimately, this allows us to get ink sacs without killing any animals, fully rounding out the vegetarian part of this mod pack. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hammer back here. And now let's move on to the cobblestone generator. So let's see what goes into that. I should have all of the things already gathered here. So if I type in cobblestone, I can pull that up. It looks like it needs 6 cobblestone, a bucket of water, a bucket of lava, and a glass. So I've got 12 cobblestone here, and 2 glass because I'm actually going to make 2. I have 1 hopper and some chests. And I'm going to grab these buckets. And I don't have a source of lava, it turns out. So I guess I need to solve that problem before I can make this generator. So I'm going to put these buckets back here and look into making some lava. So to make this crucible, go ahead and close my book here. It's unfired, and then we have to put it through the furnace. So to make the unfired crucible, we need 7 pieces of porcelain clay, and each piece of porcelain clay is a bone meal and a regular piece of clay. So for both of those things, we are going to need dust, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill out this water with 8 of these so that we end up with 9 clay. And then I'm going to sift the rest of the dust, and I do believe that it's through the string. Let's go ahead and have a look. So yes, if we sift it through a string mesh, we end up with bone meal and gunpowder. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. We ended up with 21 bone meal and 12 gunpowder. I'm going to go ahead and store my gunpowder into here. And I think for now, let's see, we need 7. Each one of these is going to give me 4. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and re-break down 4 of these blocks into clay balls. So I end up with 16 clay balls and 21 bone meal. And if I put these together, I actually only need 14, so I'm just going to put 2 of those in there, so I can shift-click, and then put the rest of this back away. So I'll put the clay and the bone meal all into this chest and sort it. Okay. So we now have 2 unfired crucibles, and I'm going to put 1 into each furnace. I need some planks for fuel. And there we go. So these 2 fired crucibles, they need to go on top of a heat source. And for now, I'm afraid that the best that we've got is going to be some torches. So I'll go ahead and make some torches with my charcoal. And I need a good place to put this where it's not going to cause any problem. Lava and wood don't mix. It's a well-known fact, as it were. So I suppose a good spot would probably be this little area. Let's see, I don't think I like that. How about just right here in front? Something like right here. Go ahead and give myself a staircase. And then I can place these 2 torches, and then my 2 crucibles. And when I have lava, I will replace those torches with lava. So now what I need to do is fill these crucibles with cobblestone, and then eventually, very, very slowly, but eventually, this cobblestone will turn down into lava. As the cobblestone melts down, it does shrink in size, and you have to continue to add more. So that is what I will be keeping up with. Also, I suppose while it waits, I could go ahead and make some barrels. So the stone barrel recipe is exactly the same as the wood barrel recipe. Full blocks on each side and slabs down in the bottom in the middle. So there are 9 stone barrels, and I suppose it it wouldn't hurt anything to have them right here. Having them placed right next to my crucibles means that I can transfer the lava into them much easier. If I could find my things, I suppose I don't have any of these anymore, so I'm going to make some wooden planks. And very similar to these stone barrels, I need to put a roof over these. So I think I'm going to carry my roof all the way around and have it be this slight... You know, I actually think instead of a slight slope, what I might do is a kind of a round pattern. So I've got 3 across here, and then on the next level I'm going to do 2 across, and then the next level I'll do 1 across. So once again I'm going to place dirt, a dirt, and a plank. And then where do I go from here? I guess I continue up 1, and then that is probably going to be it. But I do need some more planks. Alright, and I'm just going to finish this out so that I can see how it's going to look. And I again need some more planks. Six more should do it. Come right out to here. I'm probably going to have to do something different with these upper chests here, but I am starting a new chest array out here to the side as well. If I remove those chests, then I can just continue my roof out, you know, this far, something to there, maybe even 1 more. Yeah. See what happens if I, instead of carrying it, instead of continuing it out 1 more, if I were to just add planks along the back, something like that. So I'm going to end up with a kind of an open on the front, sort of a barn feeling, sort of a building, I suppose. Ultimately is my goal. So I will refill this cobblestone, and once again I'll see you when these are finished. It shouldn't be too much longer now. Okay, and they are finished. So they can each actually hold up to 4 buckets or 4,000 millibuckets of lava. But right now we only need 1 bucket of each to make our cobblestone generators. And I'm going to just go ahead, and I'm missing a bucket of water. Oh my. So we're going to go ahead and make some more iron real quick. I'm just going to hammer down this cobblestone into gravel and then sieve it, as opposed to going into my little quarry. It doesn't actually really go deep enough to find a whole lot of iron at this point, which is why it's a quarry and not a mine. I might eventually turn it into a mine, but I'm really kind of interested in the idea of playing without doing too much mining. On some of my other playthroughs, especially of this mod pack, I will rely much more heavily on it, because Crazy Bees, my wife, will be playing with me, and she loves mining. It's absolutely her favorite thing to do. So I will make my way back down this tower, and then I will see you when it is finished. Okay, and the stack is almost finished with the sifting. So it looks like I ended up with 12 iron pieces, which gives me 3 iron chunks, which is enough for 3 iron ingots, which ends up being exactly how many I need because I need to make another bucket. My ingots are done, so I can craft a bucket and go on a mad hunt for some water. Just that mystery sand. So go back to the cobblestone generator, and now I don't have cobblestone. So instead of going and getting more, I suppose I will just make one of these generators right now. And then I will make my second one with the cobblestone that this generator generates. Oh. Wow, way to go! I guess I'll just move these chests over. With this chest right on top of here, it should be gathering cobblestone and plopping it right in here. I suppose my other one will probably need to go on top of one of these crucibles. So I will grab my hopper and just place it right on top, and then this other chest situation here. And I suppose if I get another hopper, it might end up going into this crucible. Looks like I'm going to need to clear a space so that I can actually access the crucible like that. Okay. So while that is generating, I think I'm going to come down here and remedy my fuel situation. So I need this dirt again. There we go. Hop on out. And now these are both going to be ×3. And if I grab another lava bucket, I can place it underneath this crucible, and they're still both ×3. And this guy chests indeed. This guy will just sit right on top of this hopper. Put stone in there and then down into the crucible. And I suppose I might as well pull out some more from here to just manually place in this one for now. So I discovered the use for the mystery sand. It turns out that I had intended on sieving it through iron with the intention of getting redstone, hopefully enough to make a grinder, although I am a little bit skeptical. But we will see how far we can get, and then that will probably be the end of the episode for today. So what I would like to do next time is have the materials ready, the rest of the redstone and some iron. To make the grinder, I need a couple pistons. To make this core, I need a piston and also some redstone. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 redstone and a couple iron. And then with that core, I also need an additional 4 iron and 1 redstone. So I need 5 redstone. I have enough redstone, but I don't have enough iron, so I need to process this cobblestone down into gravel until I can get some more iron and continue to do that. I also need to deal with my food situation. This is what I have for food right now. It's mostly seeds. So that means some great farm opportunities. So I will probably be farming in the next episode. setting up the grinder underneath one of the cobble generators, and then I would also like to do a fair amount of exploring. So I think that's probably what we'll do next. This has been a great episode. We got quite a bit done. The base is starting to look cool. I have great plans for this vast open plain out here. Like I said, maybe a castle or a keep in a town of some sort. I've been kind of playing around with the idea of developing my world in sort of a fashion like we developed here on Earth, which is to say, I feel like I could start with a monolithic structure. It could be a whole lot of fun. A pyramid or a temple, something like that. Maybe not build the whole thing, just most of it. Then add the castle right on top of that, the buildings around that, and then more modern buildings on top of the castle, so that there are different layers. Just usually tends to add some story to a build. So I guess that's it for that. We will continue to add more cobblestone to our crucibles here, make some more lava, possibly even make another couple cobblestone generators. And that's it. So I hope that you are having a great day. This has been Gocleau from Flatironix Gaming, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye. I'm going to go ahead and sift through a whole stack of this and grab some cocoa beans. Maybe I will grab some cocoa beans. And I got some cocoa beans.